What's up, YouTube? Curtis Joseph back again with another video. Please like, share, sub if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. That way you know every time I upload. And when you feel led, head on over to Patreon. Support me there. Start digging a lot deeper in regard to cultivating your own personal power. If you have any questions in regard to one-on-one teaching, consultation packages, the one-year apprentice course, the upcoming Tarot Inner Gateways course, anything in regard to the occult, you're going to find a contact email in the description box. Hit me up there. I'll get you some answers. It's another playlist on the new channel, by the way. Walks with Cujo. See, not everybody likes this format. It can make them motion sick. I can't watch people walk. I have a hard time looking at the camera. No lie, I get motion sick, displaced. But some people do like it. So when I need to rant and drop some truth, this is the format I'm going to use, because I tend to talk in a more relaxed fashion, in a more liberated and free fashion. And this subject definitely needs that. It does. Okay, guys, here's what I need to say. There are people who were affiliated with a specific group of people. These people, not the group, these people who were affiliated with them have perished. All of these people, though, were playing both sides of one fiddle. Meaning, they hated this group in the face of the public at one point, but they absolutely loved this group of people at another point, and they kept going back and forth. Oh yeah, we gotta fight for justice and bring this group back to the forefront of the occult, and on the other hand, we have to do everything we can to wipe them out of existence. And whenever they were talking to me, it was always about wiping these people out of existence, okay? Which I was never interested in doing. Not really. Just being honest. I expose corruption when people try to hurt others, and they wake up every day and that is their intention. And they do this to make themselves feel more powerful. Yeah, I will call that out. But listen to me, it's not out of malice. It's for the greater good of those people, all people. Because people need called out so that they can see those areas in life upon which they could afford to grow a bit, you know? That includes me. No lie, I'm not perfect. And I don't expect anyone to be. But before I digress too much, guys, listen. There is truth in the world. That truth is divinity. That truth is the dragon. That truth is love. No lie. Online relationship dynamics, they do not provide that truth. These people who have perished, guys, I don't wish harm on anybody. I don't. There was a point in time I did baneful magic with the best of them. Trust me. I grew. I evolved. I matured as a person. You know what I mean? But I've watched these people lie. And them no longer being around, it is a karmic harvest. This is why I teach you guys integrity, honesty, and spiritual hygiene above all else. Because through the internet, guys, you are communicating with people and interacting with people on very subtle layers of existence, not physically. You're communicating at the layer of consciousness. And that's starting to affect you in your physical life without being aware of the truth of the physicality of that person and that individual. This means they can have very toxic influence in your life, and you won't even understand it, know it. You won't understand where it's coming from. Guys, ever since social media has become prevalent, and it has essentially replaced real life experience, people have been fighting depression and darkness since the start of it all. Mainly because people are constantly comparing themselves to one another. Comparing experiences, which they might deem as being more or less powerful than their own. Not understanding that what somebody writes in a paragraph on Facebook doesn't necessarily reflect reality or truth. The life experience that's being portrayed on Facebook, on Instagram, on Reddit, it does not necessarily reflect the truth of reality. So what am I saying here? Well, there's a lot of people being emotionally invested in these people being gone. What I'm here to tell you is, don't even trust the fact that they're actually gone. Don't. And if they are, I'm going to bring to you another quick fact. It doesn't affect you. It's not your concern. I see people out here taking sides of this thing as if it's the result of some magical war. It's not. I'm going to explain this other fundamental fact. If these people have actually perished, it is not because of someone's baneful power. It is because of the negativity that they have harvested in their life by creating relationships online that are not real, and then prioritizing those relationships over the real ones that they have in their lives. I've seen it. Two of these people that have disappeared from the occult community were actually friends who grew to hate each other over this group. At least that's what they pretended in public. But after they hated each other, this person was still paying for the other's phone. It's drama, and it's not your place. It's not real, guys. If it's real, I send my condolences. I wish things had not panned out this way for any of these individuals, but I also warned these individuals. Just like I'm warning all of you now. I told them, wash your hands. Wash your hands. You're messing with a bunch of portals. You really just don't know what you're opening up. I opened Pandora's box. It thought it could take me out too. I slapped all those little minions around, turned them back, sent them back, locked the door, and turn around and kick rocks. Like, I've warned these people. They decided to still spite me, to still choose sides that was not mine. I am okay with that. I warned people of consequences. All of that is unfolding, just as I told people it had. Now I have people contacting me, trying to warn me, when I'm the one that first gave this warning, telling me to be careful. Listen, I'm very careful. But aside from that, there's this thing that real spiritualists and actual practitioners and alchemists know. It's this thing called spiritual rank. I don't have to flex. Try me. They have. Warn me? No. I warned all of you. So, I send my condolences. I hope families are able to move forward, to mourn, and to live more empowered, enriched lives after these tragedies. I really do. I told people what to do to prevent all of this. They did not listen. That's okay. I knew what to do. I did it. This is why I am where I am. This is why I'm still growing. It doesn't matter what people try to take from me. What they are doing is helping me sculpt my own life. Because anything that can be taken by others is superficial anyway. Okay? And it's a risk that we can't afford to take. It doesn't serve me. I'm growing. I'm still transforming. I'm still changing. That's why this channel has been completely revamped, restarted, start from scratch, clean slate. That's why. It has nothing to do with anybody else. That number, 4,000 subs, it's small anyway. What did I lose? I didn't make money from YouTube, dude. No. This is done to show the truth of magic and the power of evolution. There's people that remember my old channel from 3 years ago. They're going to find this one and not even recognize me. The same can be said about those people, except they're going to be found on the other side, and it sucks. I wanted people to have common sense. I wanted people to act with logic. I wanted people to get out of this Delulu land and step into the world of reality that is far more magical than all the drug-induced BS floating around now as if it is occult information. I tried. I called out to action directly. We need to unite. We need to settle differences. We need to understand what this really is. And we need to move forward. Well, if this doesn't happen, this is what's going to happen. It's happened. It's happening now. I, who knew what to do, am still standing. I'm not only standing strong, I'm standing much stronger. And while everyone else is struggling, I'm resting. The occult relationship dynamics do not provide the truth. Guys, get off these fucking devices and get into the circle. Contact me in the email. Get a real occult teacher. One that can show you the proof in the pudding. One that can guide you along the way and help you to improve your life in real time as you go along in a progressive way to ensure that you're going to succeed. You know, I want to see everyone succeed and do well. I do not want people to take part in drama that is not theirs, take on a bunch of karmic baggage that is not theirs as a result, and perish at the expense of parasitic others that are walking around pretending to be illuminated. No, I'm done with it. None of this drama is mine. Make it none of yours. I went to go start jumping into the live scene a little more with my buddy Matthias, and when I did, the first thing that came up was drama currently happening in the occult. I've not been aware. I'm just now catching wind of a lot of this shit. I've been off building myself, progressing myself, making great work. Now that I'm hearing about it all, I have to respond to it. And here's my response. I cared. I warned. People did not take me seriously. Things unfolded exactly how I told these individuals how they were going to unfold. Those who are mourning these individuals contacted me. I told them. I guided them. I helped them. I did. I saw what's in store for them. If they do this, if they do that. I told them. I help people, it's what I do. However, the drama is not mine. Don't tell me about it anymore. I'm not concerned with it. See, everyone wants to put me in a box with these people. Here's the thing. Look at the kinds of content on my channel versus theirs. Not the same. Not the same. It's just not the same. Okay? You can't compete where you don't compare. I don't say that facetiously. But you've got people over here that are playing football, and then you got me, who created their own fucking sport. It's not the same stadium. It's not the same playing field. It's not even the same type of field, dude. So that's where I'm at. None of this other shit concerns me. I don't need to know about it. I don't need warnings. Look at me. I am not perishing. There's a lot of people that are still trying to make that happen. The last channel being hacked and deleted, it's just one example. But that's not what I see. I see this guy I'm looking at right now, and I remember what that was 3 years back, 5 years back, 10 years back. I remember where I was, up here, and it's not the same. They cursed me dead. I did die. I have been reborn. I have granted their wish, according to the will of the dragon, for its glory. Now it has been made manifest. It has not been made manifest how they thought it would, but this is one of the most elementary lessons of magic. They should have learned it when they opened their first spell book on Wicca 101. But they're walking around claiming to be master black magicians, and they're now removing themselves off the face of social media and removing their lives off the face of the planet. That is not strength. That is weakness. That is not who you should be learning from. I mean, I don't know how much simpler you expect me to spell this out, ladies and gentlemen. These people have reaped the harvest they have sown through their own negativity, their own negative thoughts, their own negative words, their own negative deeds in the world. How they have interacted with others, how they have stabbed others in the back, how they have manipulated others, how they have lied, and acted outside of integrity. That is why these consequences have been paid, if they are real. If they are real. But they're not real. If they are, they're not real. I don't know how to explain that, but none of these people exist to me anyway. They're not a part of my world. This is online stuff. It's not always a good idea to start making business that ain't yours. You start paying consequences for other people that way. I don't do that. I don't do that. I have my own consequences to pay. Okay? That's what needs to be kept in mind here, guys. Don't make the drama yours. Get off the devices with what you think are your friends. They're not your friends. You don't know these fools. You need to be in the circle, gaining experience with your magic, and then you're going to have to gauge your progress by interacting and engaging with your actual life beyond the internet to understand whether or not the shit is working. Because this is where the magic is found. This is the, man, look, this is not just a rant. All of these rants have very important spiritual lessons behind them. This is why the walks with Cujo has to continue. This is important. Get your experience. This channel's here to help. Ask the questions. You're not going to find drama here. Everyone tried to make me the source of it all. No, this is because this is where truth is found. Keep that in mind. And perfect love. And perfect trust. Devour, destroy, come or be crushed. Cujo, signing out.